Happy Saturday, second graders. It's Mr. Sova here, and I don't know about you, but I'm ready for bed. I got my graphic novel t-shirt on, I've got my PJs, my teeth are brushed, my hair is not combed, that's okay. And we're going to read chapter 7 of Chocolate Fever. Chapter 7, In the Schoolyard. It was almost 2 hours later now, and the sun was somewhat lower in the sky. Henry looked cautiously out of the garage, saw no one, and started on his way. He walked for a long time, trying to stay on side streets and being careful to avoid attention. It wasn't easy. People kept staring at him. Henry ignored them and kept on walking. In the middle of the street, down which he was walking, stood a school. Henry could see lots of boys playing in the schoolyard. He decided to walk through the yard to get to the next street. As he started through, all the boys stopped playing basketball and pitching in and roller skate hockey to look at him. It was as if all the noise and action had become frozen, like a movie or a TV show that stopped suddenly. Henry kept going. As he was about halfway through, just about in the middle of the yard, the kids seemed to come to life again. In less time than it takes to tell about it, he was surrounded. Henry looked around him. All the boys stared back. They had formed a tight circle around him. Henry didn't like it. One of the tallest boys, who looked a good deal older than Henry, spoke up. "Boy, are you ugly," he said. "Yeah," said another boy in the crowd. "Real ugly." "Ugly," echoed another boy. "I'd better be polite," Henry thought. Excuse me," he said in a quiet voice. "Could I get through, please?" The boys didn't move. The biggest boy, who seemed to be a leader, spoke again. "I've seen pimples before, but those are ridiculous." "They're not pimples," added another boy. "They're warts." "Yeah, warts," said another. "They gotta be warts." Now all the boys were speaking up. "Ugliest warts in the whole world."
"In the world? Man, they're the ugliest warts in the whole universe."
"I thought I'd seen ugly kids before, but this kid is out of sight."
"Horrible."
"Disgusting. Revolting."
"And he smells, too."
A boy with glasses said.
"Yuck, like a stupid big candy factory."
"Nauseating." The more the boys called him names, the worse Henry felt. He opened his mouth to say something, but nothing came out. The biggest boy in the crowd held up his hands to silence the others. "Quiet down, you guys," he said. "I want to talk to Mr. Ugly over here." In a few moments, the crowd was silent. "Now then," the big one said. "You, Mr. Ugly, what's your real name, kid?" Before Henry answered, he thought carefully. He was ashamed of the way he looked, but he was even more ashamed of the gang around him. How dare they act so mean? How dare they bully him this way? He didn't do anything to them. And now, when he could certainly use a friend, they had clearly marked him as an enemy, for no reason. Henry got angry, but he kept his anger firmly under control. "My name is my own business, and it's none of yours." The gang hooted and shouted at Henry's reply. A few even whistled. "Don't be fresh, kid," the big boy said. "We don't like fresh kids around here." Fresh is an old-fashioned term for someone who talks back to other people. My aunt used to call me fresh when I was about your age, second graders. A few of the larger boys edged closer to Henry, closing the ring around him tighter. "Let me hit him, Frankie," a voice said. "Let me hit him," another boy said. Yikes, second grade. Henry thought quickly. "Touch me, and you'll catch what I have," he said. I have a rare and mysterious thing. Whoever touches me will catch it. The gang stopped closing in on Henry.
Oh, yeah?
Said the big boy.
You expect us to believe that?
I don't care whether you believe me or not, Henry said.
You're bluffing.
Bluffing, Henry said. I've got chocolate fever.
Chocolate fever?
Echoed the big boy.
You're making that up.
The boys were listening closer now, and the circle around him was beginning to widen as the gang started to back away from him.
He's making it up, fellas,
the big boy said.
Don't listen to him.
But the boys were listening all right and believing everything that Henry was saying. Henry began to walk toward the boys, and as he did, they made way for him. Slowly, a path opened, giving him room to get by. I don't want to give you this, boys, Henry said as he passed through the ring of boys. So you just better let me go on my way. None of the boys tried to stop him. Even the biggest boy, as Henry passed close by, made no move. Just as Henry neared the outer ring of the boys, he heard one of them shout out, Hey, I know who this kid is. I heard it on the radio when I came home from school. There's a kid who ran away from a hospital this morning, and the police are looking for him. His name's Henry Green. Big Boy called out as Henry kept walking.
Is that you, kid? Are you Henry Green?
Henry Green? Henry Green called back over his shoulder. Oh, I never heard of him. Just the same, as soon as Henry was in the clear of the schoolyard, he broke into a run and didn't stop until he had left the gang far behind him. Whew! That was a close one, huh, second graders? I guess chocolate fever can get you into trouble, but also get you out of a tight jam. Life sure can be complicated. Well, my dears, that's it for tonight. I'm gonna hit the hay. I don't know about you. I'm pretty tired. So I'll see you tomorrow for Chapter 8, Mac. Have wonderful dreams tonight, second graders. And I'll see you tomorrow. Get it? Tomorrow. Bye.